Yeah, it's windy to say the least. We just got out here, a couple of casts, and you know, in the wind, you can't hang flies. You got to go to a sink line. So, you know what? If the wind holds today, we're going to show everybody how to use, you know, type 3 and some intermediate sink lines in the wind. That's today as we take you sport fishing. Sport Fishing on the Fly is brought to you by Maui Jim Sunglasses. First Tellurium Corp., the future of mining. And Hardy Rods and Reels. Gee, boy, tough fish. Brutal conditions. We're hoping the wind dies, but holy cow.
I think it might be a day we go way back in the weeds.
You know what? That's exactly what happens. You're right. We found they don't lie out here too much, but they're boiling right in the weeds. And you can hang straight down. It's combat fishing. Like, it is nasty, but you can land some beautiful fish in there. You know, there's open enough pockets where they rip through the weeds, and we usually use about 9-pound tests in there, and we can actually bring them back. But, you know, it's tackle busters for sure in there. We'll see. We'll see how long we last out here. It's not only windy, it's cold. This is a nice fish to start. Gee, what a scrap. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Nice fish to start. Healthy bow. And what I always tend to start with is bigger damsels when I'm stripping. So you can get away with a slightly bigger damsel when you're stripping them. Right in that corner lip. Oh, wow, he wanted that. He really turned on it. We know they're eating damsels and bombers in here. Oh, come on. There. Okay, it flies out. Yeah, just the Malcolm's damsel, one of my favorites to use stripping. There's a nice fish to start. Gee, I'm gonna get wet, aren't I? Man. He'll sacrifice for the team. There he is there. Gorgeous boat. There he goes. Okay, a good start. So we'll see, we'll keep using some wet lines, you know, casting out. We're in about 10 feet of water. Perfect for a type 3. Type 3 gets you down to that 6 to 8 feet of water. It's just ideal. If we're in 6 feet, I like to use a clear intermediate sink, but this is perfect for a type 3. But we may be going to the weeds, Bully.
Yeah, I think so.
Whoa, whoa. Oh. Thing that people have to realize, when you've got windy conditions, everybody shelters with the wind at their back in the right in the calmer areas of the lake. Because you don't want to put up with it. It beats you up. So when you got high wind conditions, don't think about bringing out the indicator, because it's almost impossible to cast an indicator in big wind. It's just frustrating. You're going to get knots and tangles. Always have a different selection of full sink lines. My two favorites, of course, intermediate sink for, you know, shallow water up to 6, 7 feet. And then once you get out to 10, 12 feet, get a type 3. Make sure you got a type 3 and short leaders. So I've got a type 3 on here. I got a 6-weight rod, and you need a 6-weight rod when you're casting in the wind. Don't, 5 and 6 weights are good, but don't try to cast a light rod in the wind again. And we'll show you a few tricks as we go on with the wind. Aiding your cast, doing more loop casts and roll casts rather than trying to chuck it over a guy's head, because a lot of people get stuck in the boat. And this one looks pretty healthy on the damsel again. We know they're feeding on damsels. We did an early throat sample and saw that there was damsels and, again, bomber chronomids in them. But really, we're seeing the birds working. We know the damsels are in there. You see a couple wiggling. the fish are on him. So, oh, this one's a good one, Dale.
Yeah, it's a nice fish. Well,
He looks
he's solid.
solid. Yeah, looks to be in that.
He is a beauty.
Yeah, he's a beauty. Whoa, oh no. Oh, oh yeah, that's in that. That's in that 4-pound class range, I think. 4 to, yeah, maybe even closer to 5. Boy, he wanted it though. Look at that right there. And there's that little tiny.
Yeah, that's a winner. I've
That's a
tried
winner.
some different damsel
Yeah.
patterns. I'm experimenting.
Yeah, but that Malcolm Downsel, you know what? That's a 16. Imagine that's a 16 and a 14 I tied on. Really stout nymph hook, 2X long nymph hook, because they hammer it, and you need something very stout. So I'm just gonna get the rod out of the way and hold this guy up. I'm thinking that's a solid. That looks to be about 5, eh?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I think so. Oh yeah, look at him. Oh, there he is there. That's a beauty. Look at the colors of these Panask. They're gorgeous. And there he goes. Oh, wow. Okay. Always remember, persevere in the wind. We're at the windiest part of the lake. It is gusting to, I don't know what, 40 kilometers an hour. But if you can put up with it and you can cast in it, you're gonna catch fish.
Yeah, it blows all the food down here.
It blows everything piles up here. This is the grocery store. This is where they all eat. So we've talked a lot before about the grocery store and the kitchen. So here's a beautiful bay, and essentially that holds all the food. That's the grocery store. All the food sits in that bay, and it gets washed into the kitchen. Now when we're talking about the kitchen, it's always in right by the weeds. See all those weeds there? That's where the kitchen is. So that's where you got the freezer and the fridge. Everything piles up in there. So if you can fish those edges, right, all along those weed edges, that is the true kitchen. That's where everything gets washed into. You get the damsels, the mayflies, the chironomids, everything piles in there. And it's just a great way to fish. And you can see some of the fish are rising right in those reeds, like right in them. So you know, as the day progresses, we may venture into the weeds. I'll see how the bully feels.
Depends how many flies you want to break off.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll hook fish in there.
Definitely hook fish in there. That's right on one of the shells in the kitchen in there. That's a nice fish too. Well, we slid down. So Dale says we got to get closer to those weeds because the fish were moving right in the weeds. So before we got really gutsy and went in the weeds, we wanted to work the edge. So we tried it with our Type 3s. Worked it all along here. Not even a bump. Like, wasn't it crazy?
Yeah.
Not even to get a bump. We had nothing. So then we saw them boiling along the weeds. The throat sample we did do, we got the damselflies, and there was a couple of big bombers in there. So Dale took out his bobber, hanging the damsel. You have just your first cast, you haven't seen anything. I flicked it right over here, right where these weeds are. Oh, he's right in there. Right where I saw a couple of fish boil, and put on the bomber, which we saw, and oh no, I gotta give him some slack. He went right, oh, I got him off. He went right in those weeds. And I got him. He ate the bomber right off the bat.
Yeah, you didn't touch the damsel.
No.
I went right by there, and then he ate the bomber.
Yeah, but you know, that's what we found recently is when they're eating those damsels, but they're also eating those bombers. Sometimes they want that bomber just static.
Yeah, it depends. You got to find what they want.
And that's why we always
Well,
run. You have just your first cast, you haven't seen anything. I flicked it right over here, right where these weeds are. Oh, he's right in there. Right where I saw a couple of fish boil, and put on the bomber, which we saw, and oh no, I gotta give him some slack. He went right, oh, I got him off. He went right in those weeds. And I got him. He ate the bomber right off the bat.
Yeah, you didn't touch the damsel.
No.
I went right by there, and then he ate the bomber.
Yeah, but you know, that's what we found recently is when they're eating those damsels, but they're also eating those bombers. Sometimes they want that bomber just static.
Yeah, it depends. You got to find what they want.
And that's why we always
That
run.
was immediate too.
Yeah, that was right away. And that's why we run 2 different flies all the time. So not a smart idea to both be using the same patterns and the same flies.
No,
Because
unless they're really on it.
Oh, unless they're
Everybody's
on.
catching.
Yeah, as we're finding out.
When you're looking, it's
But
good
look at
to
that,
go.
he wanted that bomber. I'll show everybody. Right in that. Man, yeah, they're really turning on it.
Is
Right
that your one with the red and stuff, the sparkly one you tied?
That is, no, this is the black.
Black.
Yeah, black bomber right there. So it's a black bomber with a white bead.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I won't use a white bead in clear water, but when I'm bomber fishing, why not? It's big, they want it, they grab it. That's another healthy, you know, probably 2.5, 3. Look at that. Gorgeous fish. Just beautiful. There he goes. With the bomber. Nice. Okay, well, I don't know what I'm going to keep using the bomber.
Yeah, I'll float this for a bit more.
And we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what
Okay.
action is. So you decide to get risky and go right in the weeds.
And he ate it there.
And he ate it right in there.
Could be.
This side, Dale. This side, this side, this side.
I think he's dictating.
Good fish.
Oh,
Oh, he's going out. I'm going to have to move my rod.
he's long gone.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't see him, but I saw a big boil.
Yeah.
And it was a substantial boil.
Yeah, when he hit it, oh, he's way.
Man, this wind is relentless. Look at it blow. It's just howling. We got whitecaps out here. Man. Let me move this out of the way.
There's a rod holder there.
No, that's all right.
Yeah, I may have to put him.
Okay.
Yeah, the boil was big. But you can't really tell. Like these fish, they're all so hefty.
Well, I saw the splash and I thought, ooh, that's a good size. Well, you could tell when his head shaking down there.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
I don't think he's small.
No. Oh.
Oh, yeah, the head shakes are good.
Oh, it's a. If he stays hooked up, those barbless hooks, when they shake their head like that,
Yeah.
he's going into the wind.
Oh, yeah, I got to point in the wind here.
I'll probably have to come up front at least to get him around the anchor. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he'll come back. There he goes.
Can't see him yet, though.
Oh.
I haven't seen him. Oh, yeah, I see him down there. Looks nice. You can see him. Oh, yeah, he looks good. He looks healthy.
Oh, that's a big fish.
Yeah, he is. He's nice. Nice fish.
Yeah.
You see your bobber down there.
And when they take in shallow, oh boy.
Yeah, well, you got weeds to deal with, right? You got to muscle him. You just got to be aggressive. You got that pound test, and oh yeah, he's a tank. He's a beauty.
Oh, he's a bruiser.
He's a beauty. Oh, you might have a chance. He's a little wound up. You might have an oh! He had the opportunity. He was wound up.
Oh. Almost impossible with that.
Here, I'll get the net. You guide him in. There we go. Oh, I can't lift up. I can't lift up the net. Get the net. There. Oh, yeah. That's a beast.
He's a beast.
Yeah, that's a beauty. That's a nice fish.
In the top.
Oh, you knew he was big when he hit. You just saw the big boil.
Yeah, the little baby
Little
damsel.
baby damsel. Yeah, Chan's baby damsel that we sell on the site.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Gorgeous colors. Yeah, I'll get a close up of that guy.
Yep.
Look at that. Yeah, look at him. Yeah, look at that.
Eh?
Oh, yeah. Look at the Panaska, right? They're so cool. They get so long, they stay a little more slender, but
Yeah,
what a
look.
gorgeous fish. Look at how fat he is.
Get him on the net. Look at that.
Oh, nice fish.
Yeah, that was a.
That was a gooder.
And right in the little corner in the very little 3 feet of water, and then when
Right
he hit
in
it,
there.
it was just the boil.
Yeah, I saw the big bull and I thought, ooh, that's going to be a good size. Well, you know, that was that 6+ range, right? That's a real nice
That's a
solid
nice
fish.
fish. And that was a little, you know, that baby damsel's been working good. Look at the damsel wiggling.
Yeah, let's see the baby damsel. Oh, yeah. You got a wiggling damsel right there. Well,
almost
show
pick
us the
him up.
baby damsel. But I seen, yeah, there's tons of little wiggling damsels in
I
there.
see he's right next to him. See in the water? You can,
Yeah,
There's a little damsel, looks just like him.
yeah, exactly.
Looks just like it. That's what he is.
Pretty cool. There he is. The little, hold the one, yeah, there we go. Yes, the little baby damsel. It wiggles beautifully. Sport Fishing on the Fly is brought to you by Maui Jim Sunglasses. First Tellurium Corp., the future of mining. And Hardy Rods and Reels.
Back to the stripping rod, right? We were using the Type 3 first, caught a few fish, they went off, went to the indicator, floating, got a few fish, went off, back to the strip, right in here?
Yeah, what the heck?
I don't know.
We've seen that before.
We saw it before, so we just did it, and that's the first cast back with the
But
strip fly.
what I think has happened is when we started seeing them boil in the weeds, they were on the indicator, right? They
Yeah.
wanted hanging. Then we stopped seeing them boil in the weeds, and you said, I'm changing back over to Type 3, and you got them.
Yeah,
First
right away.
cast. I mean, a little guy, but still nice.
Oh yeah, but
Nice
still,
solid
it's like,
fish, I
again,
know.
it's just a matter of figuring out.
What they like.
But they've done that before, and it's just weird that they do that, but
Yeah, it is, isn't
yeah.
it?
That's
But those
that.
are two critical setups you got to have, right?
Yeah.
You got to have the Type 3
Type 3.
for stripping, and you got to have a dry line with the indicator, or naked. I mean, you can hang those damsels without an indicator, but
Yeah.
a lot easier. And that was on what damsel?
That same little
The Malcolm
Malcolm
damsel.
damsels, yeah.
I tied that on a
Oh,
bench
yeah.
segment for on another show, and it's a
deadly.
killer. It's
Yeah,
deadly.
it's deadly.
Well, look at one row's right there.
Yeah, they're
Right there. So they're moving around.
It's just, again, what they want. The presentation seems to be critical.
Yeah, we know they want damsels. So it's either hanging or stripped. Well, you
Hanging
keep
or
stripping,
stripped.
I'll hang and we'll see. That is so cool to see them change over. Isn't it?
Oh yeah, just to change over like that. That'd be good. That guy was airborne big. There he goes.
Wow. That was all, it was probably within a half an hour that change occurred.
Yeah.
They went from the Type 3, then they would only take it hanging by the weeds, and then right back to they wanted stripped again.
Oh,
Whoa. Keep them out of those
nice
weeds.
fish, too.
It's a nice fish. Another solid fish. But this is where all the food is down here. You know, and you could sit out in, in 20 feet and catch fish. But it's tough, right? Hanging a chronomid, the chronomids are all in the mud flats out deeper. And it's, it's got its time and its place. I can sit there and watch a bobber for a while, but if you're catching fish in here every 5 minutes.
And even to hold, like, we got 40-pound anchors on.
Yeah,
To hold in the wind, you got to have the big anchors,
exactly.
because you're not going to stay stationary when those gusts come up.
No way. No.
Nice
That's
fish,
a nice
too, eh?
fish. Yeah, well, they're all beautiful fish. Look at that. Nice. Just shiny chrome panask. That's the beauty of a panask rainbow. They are just
Another
so
big
healthy.
tank in prime shape.
Yeah, beautiful.
Let's see if he's. And he ate it. Still on the Malcolm's damsel.
Got it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll flip him over.
Oh yeah, beautiful fish. I just love panask, eh? They're chrome and they're beautiful.
Yeah, nice fish.
Whoa, that
The
wind.
old switcheroo back. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah, so bizarre.
and look at the howling.
I
Like, I don't know what
know.
the gusts are down coming down the lake, but
Oh,
looks like
it's-
somebody's indicator.
yeah. I don't know. All right. We know, yeah, there's the indicator floating down. Somebody's
something
glowing,
like that, I don't
glowing green. Well, let's get some more. I'm going to have to go back to the Type 3.
I see a few. The birds are working in there, and there's kind of sheltered a little more, right, from the wind. They seem to be able to see the feed. Maybe we should go back in there. We're going to have to just try to dangle short, big heavy pound test and see if we can.
Well, yeah, and you know what? I just saw another one rising. There's a little open pocket in there. So, we could try it. We can go into that open pocket and try. They're going steady right in front of me, right over there.
Go to try, because look at the main lake. It's all whitecaps.
Yeah. You know
Like
what?
we're
Let's try it.
Totally weight capping. Okay, let's do
We'll
it.
heavy pound tester
Yeah.
up and see if we can land some.
And flies we can afford to lose.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And there are big fish rising there, Dale. I don't know how you're ever going to get them in if you cast in there, but they're
what-
big fish
What
right
would be
here.
neat if they take, though, would be the jumping and the...
Yeah, and they're just feeding right on the edge of these reeds. The wind's blowing all the damsels in there, and these fish are just keyed on them. But look at what we're surrounded by. All the weeds. We've got one little open pocket they're rising in, and then we've got big fish right here too, all in those weeds. You better put on a fly you don't mind losing.
Right
I
here.
mean, they're right in there, so I would just cast right, just plop it right in front of us, like just past the weed edge.
Okay.
Like just right there,
yeah,
right where
look
that guy rose. Try one right there. Oh, those are big fish, just out a little
There he is.
further. Oh, and you got them right away.
Oh, break off. Oh,
You didn't have a
you
hole.
gotta power up.
Oh, yeah.
That thing went in. Did you see the size of him? He just went in there and just freaking snapped me like nothing.
Well, I've got a rig ready, so I'll throw mine in there and see.
Okay.
Oh, tragic.
Look at it. He's broke
First-
at the
Oh, I
swivel
did it
even because he
ever.
just ripped. But instantaneous.
Wow. And those are big fish in there.
Sport Fishing on the Fly is brought to you by Maui Jim Sunglasses. First Tellurium Corp., the future of mining. And Hardy Rods and Reels.
You went real short.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go a little bit longer, just so maybe I have a hope. If he hooks
Oh,
it.
you mean if you hook something there?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
one
want a
went
little
right
guy.
by your.
I know, but that was a little guy. I want to go there. That's where I want to go. It's in the open. I may have a shot.
Oh. Fortunately, the open is not where they're eating.
No, I
They're
know.
on the edge.
Oh, there I
There
got
it
it. Oh. Okay. I might.
I don't know.
Okay, he's digging.
He's digging.
Digging
but-
in the weeds. Oh, I didn't bust him though.
Oh.
I did. I'll try again.
Uh,
Oh man, it's crazy. This is insane. Look at the wind is howling. We're
Yeah.
fishing 3 feet of water, and all the fish are in here eating damsels. Okay, you know what? There were some bigger guys right here. I'll try one right in there. You know what? There's a nice little open strip in there too. Oh, it's pretty weedy there. He's going to the opening again. Oh, there we go. Whoa. I got him in the opening. I got him in the opening.
I think he's smaller. You have a chance.
Oh, I got a chance.
He's a smaller fish.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
muscling.
know.
Oh, I'm muscling him. I'm trying to keep him out of the weeds.
Combat.
Is it ever?
Combat
I'm gonna
fishing.
get him,
Oh,
though,
he is.
Dale.
You're
He's a
going to
big
get him. He's a
fish.
nice fish,
I can
too.
get him. Oh,
I'm going to try to reach down here while I'm filming.
I went to 9-pound test.
I'll try.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, look at the size of that.
Oh, he's big, yeah.
Big,
I thought he was smaller, but
No way.
there's no way that's smaller.
No, I went to 9 pound, and I know, but in that opening, right, at least I can get him. The fly's out. There's the fly, the schlenker damsel that we're using.
Yeah, you
Here's
should.
the fish. Did you refocus when you came in tight?
No.
You got to refocus here if you're going to be in tight.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Okay, look at that. I was able to horse them out of the weeds. I think we can do it. We'll just switch rod. Like, I'll give you this rod to try after.
Okay.
Oh, man. You know what? I gave him nothing, though.
No,
Yeah,
you
I was on
totally
the edge. I totally.
put everything on.
I
But
did.
that's a
Look.
bigger fish than I thought.
Yeah, oh, gee.
Oh, gone?
Yeah, yeah.
That was a big.
That was a nice, you know, that's probably a good solid 4
Oh,
pounds.
4 pounds.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that was sweet. Right there, little open pocket. Let's do it. We can
Okay.
get them in.
And they like that damsel.
I
that was
know.
the slinker damsel.
Big schlenker damsel just sitting there. All right, your turn. You're up.
Okay.
You busted the
Another
first
fish.
guy off. I was able to land the guy.
Yeah, I didn't have as strong a tippet.
Yeah.
Need the.
Well, I
Okay.
got 9 pound. Yeah, go for it. You just, you know, out in that little opening. I think
little
right.
further
yeah,
out?
just a little further I'd go, and then you just tweak it back, because then at least you're staying away from the weeds.
Yeah. I'll try
Let them
that.
eat it out there. You know, because they got to be just cruising in there by the.
I'll try
fish
tweaking
everywhere.
this one back.
I mean, I was just leaving it static. I only gave it a little bit of motion. Try one over there. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
And see if something happens.
Yeah, that's a good spot. That's a good spot. See, and they're still going right up here in this edge, but that would
Yeah.
be treacherous right there. They're going steady there. Well, you know what?
You know what? I'll try it.
Well, hold it. If
All
they
right.
don't hit this, you move up to the front and try in that little pocket up there.
Yeah, because they quit
Leave
here.
that sit. Leave it sit for a minute. Leave it
Okay.
sit. Because really, I had it sitting there, and then I gave it a little motion, and the guy ate it. But you're right. See how they've stopped here?
Yeah, because we
In
hit
front of
we
us?
hit 3 fish in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to catch on sooner or later.
There.
Yeah.
There.
Oh, break off.
Are you kidding me? You're too hard on him. Too much heat.
Break
He's
off.
out. He's out.
Break off.
You're out. Oh, they were going steady in there.
Well, you see,
Tragic.
all I did was
Tragic.
I
Yeah,
decided to retrieve
yeah,
it instead of let it
You
float.
speeded up the retrieve.
Just
yeah.
retrieved, and,
And
he
then he
and then he
whacked
slammed it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Break off. Boo. Boo. I'm in. You're out.
Oh, he's out. Okay, we had to reposition. We got blown off anchor.
Okay, we got him right here though.
Okay, yeah, the
I'm
fish
just
are
gonna-
right there.
Yeah, right there. Here, try it and see. I think
Low in the wind.
they want it moving a bit, eh?
Yeah, they liked it moving.
Might have to put on a heavier fly though, eh?
Yeah, I had the one with the clouser eyes.
Yeah, you were right down there. Might have to change. I got one without any weight on it. Because they are coming up for him though. I'm on the weed. That was a problem. I hook weed. And yours was moving too, right?
Yeah, I was really scooting it,
You were.
but it was a clouser head.
Yeah, I might have
That's
to.
what he slammed it. I floated through there 3 times and he didn't touch it, and then as soon as I started to strip it,
He whacked it.
he whacked it.
So we think we need a heavier fly then, eh?
Yeah, or, you know, I mean, if you threw a clear intermediate line in there, I bet you it'd be effective.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Got a way better chance to land them with the. Oh, right there.
You nailed him over there.
I nailed him.
With the baby, but he's...
Well, no, he's in the weed, but I'm slowly working him through. Look at him, he's over there.
I see him boiling. I don't know how. Oh. Oh. Oh, he's coming out.
Yeah. Oh. All the grunting and groaning.
He's doing
It's combat fishing.
He's doing a great job. He's
I
coming
am.
out.
He's coming out. I'm taking weed with him. I might get him.
There he is.
There he is.
Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, and he's a nice fish. Oh, oh, oh.
He got him out of there.
Combat fishing. I got him out of the weeds. Okay. Oh, oh,
Oh. He hoisted him out
oh, I hoisted him.
with the baby.
Oh, so it shows, you know, in these weeds, you can do it. Put on heavy pound test. Look at the baby. The baby damsel, it's right on his mask, is right in the tip of his mouth. It went around his, there, he's right. Just barely. Oh, he's a gorgeous panask. Look at that. Oh, look at that.
That's
Dude,
got some length.
yeah, length. Not, you know,
Yeah,
probably
it's
that.
not fat, but
Probably that five pounds, but long. Look at, there he goes. Look, he goes. Yeah!
Oh,
He was
a
able
good-
to pull him through. He went right in that mound of weed.
A
But
good
you know
job.
what? If you let them go a bit, and they go and they gump up on the top, you can kind of drag them through. 9-pound test. So 9 pound is pretty tough. We show it can be done.
It is right here. We're in
Right
the
here.
We're in the tulies.
In the tulies. And there's fish
Like we're
feeding
literally
everywhere.
in the tulies.
Yeah, and the fish feeding everywhere.
There's just the open areas that are here. We've got some little open spots
Yeah.
right at the back of the lake, and all the food's blowing
And
here.
that's where I got him, right in that little open patch, and went right back into those tulies, and I was able to drag him out. Oh, this is phenomenal.
Okay, substitution.
Sub, you're in. Okay, the bully, you're up. You're up. And you got a reprieve. The wind has
win.
died.
I'm in.
Yeah, you're in. Oh, right where that fish rose. But you know, I casted it further and I stripped it back. He wanted it, like you said, he wanted it moving a little bit. But who knows?
I could strip that.
Oh, you're right in the zone though. You're right in the zone. Oh, there's fish.
There he is.
There, he ate it. Okay, okay, you can get him. No,
Oh, he's
no. Oh, bully.
there. I'm letting him go in the thing. Well, he ran right in.
Yeah, he
there.
ran right in there. Well, that's what my big guy did.
I'm leaving him loose.
Yeah, is he still on?
I don't know. No.
You didn't snap it, did you? Oh, boo!
It's not
Boo!
bad leader.
That's
I
terrible.
hardly had any tension on that. That
I
was,
just landed a fish. Boo!
you know what it was? No retie.
Oh yeah.
No retie.
Oh, sure.
It had to
Okay.
be. You didn't look. It broke at the swivel.
Tragic.
Shouldn't break at the swivel.
Okay, we're going back in there again. Tragic.
Boo.
Boo!
He's booed.
Booed. And we had a reprieve in the wind briefly.
I got him to take too.
You did. He
Small.
might have a hope.
Smaller guy, he can get him.
There you go. You might not be booed. He may not be booed.
He's not going to be booed. Yeah, he's a small guy.
You haven't got him in yet.
And I got 12 pound on now.
Yeah, got 12 pound now. But it's sure fun back in here, isn't it?
Oh,
It's
in a
just the
day
best.
that's a write-off.
Yeah.
Most people didn't even come out
No.
because there's too much wind.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the windy condition.
There he is.
There he is.
Okay.
Okay, let's see which.
He got him in,
The
and we
bomber?
put on the big black bomber with the copper rib.
Yeah.
That's always the winner, Teddy says. So,
Okay, then start flopping.
yeah, but we saw everything, right? I've seen mayfly shucks. I've seen
I'll let-
damsel
I'll
flies.
let this guy go.
Everything
Oh,
comes
gosh.
off in here.
and the bomber.
Yeah, you just gonna let that guy go?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there he goes.
That's
Okay.
good. Have you tied the bomber?
I have not.
Why don't you go to the bench and tie the big bomber?
Hey, that's a good idea.
Right? It's
That's
big.
a good idea.
Big
I've used
black
that one in
bomber.
Stump
Yeah.
Lake. I've used it up at Tunqua. Yeah,
That's a great bomber
yeah,
fly.
that
a
is.
big,
That's the one there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
you know what we're gonna do? Let's go to the bench and tie up the bomber.
the bomber.
Today on the bench, I want to tie you Don's Steel Bomber Chronomid. Now, this is a great color. The steel thread really makes this chronomid, and I'm actually going to show you how to tie in some good wing buds. So make sure you have these materials ready before you tie the fly. For the hook, we'll use a size 14 Twix long curved, some 8/0 steel thread to tie with, a 7/64 inch black nickel bead for the bead, some white antron for the gills, some red Inferno goose biots for the wing buds, some 8/0 steel thread for the body, some 0.2 millimeter brown wire for the ribbing, and some 8/0 rust thread for the thorax. So to start the fly off, I've put on my black nickel bead onto the hook with the wide side, the wide hole, towards the eyelet, and we're going to tie in our thread just at the head, right at the eyelet. We're going to take some white antron and just tie it in right behind the eye. Wrap it over, whip finish, and then bring your bead up, and that will be the gills. Now that the gills are tied in, I'm going to take my steel thread again, wrap it on to the hook, get started. Then I'm going to take the fine brown wire, start it right on the side of the hook, and just wrap it down. And as you wrap, you can give your bobbin a spin counterclockwise, and that just flattens out your thread. And tie it right back to the hook bend. Now that the rib is tied in, I'm just going to wrap my thread forward to start forming the body on the fly, and I'm just going to intermittently just keep spinning my bobbin so I can flatten that thread out, just to have a nice flat body on the fly. Now the body's tied in, I'm going to start wrapping my wire up, and I'm going to take again the normal 6-7 wraps is perfect on a bomber this size. And windmill off your wire. I've taken 2 goose biots together. I haven't separated them yet. And all depending on how wide you want, how big you want the wing buds is how far you tie them in. So I'm going to tie them in on the side first. Keep the tips towards the bead. Take a couple loose wraps and then wind those buds underneath, right on the bottom of the fly. And then I'm just going to wrap that thread forward towards the eyelet to tighten them up and cut off your excess. Now the wing buds are tied in. I'm going to take my thread, move it back forward, and I'm going to whip finish off my steel thread and tie in my rust colored thread to make the thorax and tie in the wing buds. Now you have the rust colored thread tied in. I'm going to take a bodkin and just split my wing buds, those 2 goose biots, and tie them in. So I'm going to bring those forward, take a couple of wraps, and then again find the other goose biot, bring it forward, just up over the bead. And I want them going up over the top of the bead. just slightly to the top. So I create two real nice wing buds on the sides and tie them in. Once they're tied in, you just want to cut off your excess. Now that I have the wing buds tied in, I'm going to take a few wraps in front of the wing buds, just over behind the bead, just to create a little bit of a thorax on the fly that really goes along with the wing buds, and then whip finish just to finish it off. Now if you've got any leftover material, you can take a lighter, and I just like to hold my wing bud or my gills and just burn off any thread that's left on the bottom of the fly. Now the fly is essentially finished. I'm going to cut off my gills to length. I'm just going to pull them over my bead about halfway up. And to finish the fly, I'm going to take some of my favorite here, which is any kind of head cement. I really like the Loctite is good. UV finish is good. And just put it on the fly and then blend it around so that it all gets covered with that UV coating or the Loctite. Just makes it last that much longer. So there it is, Don Steel Bomber Chronomid. And again, what sets this fly apart is that steel thread and those Inferno goose bites. Critical to have. Well, how was that for a day of fishing over 2 weeks? Fantastic.
Was fantastic. I got booed a couple of times, but it was all worth it.
And not only do we fish, we fished in the kitchen. We thought we were entering the grocery store, but we were in the kitchen.
Man, they were feeding everywhere. Like I say, it was combat fishing.
It was fantastic.
Finest.
The best fishing you're ever going to have. So don't be afraid when you got high wind conditions, get in the shallow water. But I want to thank Ted and Lyndon McDonald. Teddywood, fantastic place for us to set up, and we feed like kings.
We do, and we get to explore all these great lakes in the Cariboo. Chimo RV always gives us a trailer to stay in. We base out of Teddywood, and then we hit the lakes in the area. It's fantastic up here.
Yeah, can't beat it. But when you come out here, take care. Conserve our waters, and we'll see you next time when we take you sport fishing on the fly.